is growing. It's developing.
New York has more than our whole population.
Exactly. The whole imagine a state.
We're the second biggest landmass on the
If
planet.
people can fit and compact in New York,
space here. It is freezing in this country. Everybody's by the southern border, so
but people
don't
want to
compare
come
to
here because
America.
we have benefits. We have free
Country.
healthcare.
It's getting warmer.
We have free healthcare. All
It
these
is
wonderful
getting
things that we
warmer,
offer.
It's
I feel like there should
It's
be.
getting warmer.
We're a cool country.
Global warming.
Why
We're
don't
gonna
you
be
go
the new
live in-
Miami.
Why don't you go live in,
Yeah, right.
on Manitoulin Island or up there in Sudbury?
But you know where?
Unfortunately, I
Why don't you
can't.
go there?
You know where I
I
feel
can't
bad?
because I'm from here.
If you want to come,
Exactly,
if you want
born and raised.
no,
You know what I'm
if you
saying?
want to come and immigrate here, go live up there. Don't come to Toronto and look for a job. Those are the communities that are paying people to live up there. Go up there.
So you would tell people this on a podium as a mayor.
No, as the prime minister.
Ooh,
shit.
shit, the tea got hot.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Aaron Bills, back in effect, live in effect. I know it's been a while. Sorry for the wait. We had a little, hiatus moment. Life catches up to you. But I'm here today with some special guests in the house. You know what I mean? Back at Unknown Studios, RICHDIET Podcast, and not to say much, but we got a lot to say, a lot to share, a lot of game to give y'all. And I just wanted to introduce my fellow brothers and sisters. Welcome to the RICHDIET Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. On my left-hand side, I got my brother Salim.
What's up?
What's up?
Mr.5more.
Mr.5more. You already know.
Thank you for having me.
Big time fitness trainer, man. If you don't know, you gotta tap in, man. If you're trying to get right on the rich diet lifestyle, you gotta tap in with Salim, because it'll get you right. You know what I'm saying?
Richest diet.
The richest diet.
The richest.
You know what I'm saying? The one and only. The one and only. And on my right hand side, I got Big P.
Oh my God, I'm still Big P.
Capital P.
Capital P.
Capital P.
Pressure P.
Pressure P. You know what I'm saying? Pressure P, pushing P, whatever you want to call it. She's back in the building. For the ones that have seen was that episode 5 or 6? I forgot. I don't even know what episode we in.
I was here before.
Yeah, she was here before, and she's back again. Because you know what? She's back by popular demand. People love to see her, and she's here, and we appreciate you for joining us.
Okay.
Bop, bop, bop. And then on the far left-hand corner, on the hot seat.
Hot seat.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's pretty hot over here.
It's
so.
hot. Yo, I'm sweating right now. I don't know
know.
if it's me or I'm sweating. Yo, pass me a napkin, fam, please. Low key, just toss the roll over here. Keep that shit by me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just
close.
I don't know if the AC's on or it's not. I don't know what's going on, but
Hot though, so.
Big MK, welcome to the RICHDIET Podcast.
We're here.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad. I'm good. Just staying alive, trying to live life, trying to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it goes. It's
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Shit can get
Crazy.
distracted, you
Yeah.
know?
A lot of directions to pull you in. That's
Bro,
for sure.
that's the one
That's
thing
for
about Toronto, you know what I mean? Are you guys all from Toronto?
Born and
Yeah.
raised.
Born and raised?
as well, yeah.
Born and
Yeah.
raised.
You know.
I know you're big on the fitness,
Absolutely.
which is like,
It's my life.
it's your life.
It's my life. So
Tell us about that, man. Like, what inspired you or what made you want to pursue fitness?
okay. Well, I was pretty much born in the gym.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Like not literally, but like probably within the first couple of days I was in the gym.
Oh, I love that.
Fitness was kind of like in the cards for me from the jump.
Okay.
Pops was a bodybuilder, stepmom's a bodybuilder, aunts and uncles, my brothers all worked out. Yeah, fitness is in my blood.
So it's basically something like you were nurtured in a fitness home where it's just like you were constantly seeing your parents, going to the gym.
Yeah, so like my mom,
Mhm.
like my actual mom,
Mhm.
not at all, not in the gym life at all.
Okay.
We were in the hood.
Okay.
My dad, he was a trainer, bodybuilder,
Mhm.
so whenever I would go over to his house or be with him,
Mhm.
I would literally just be in the gym. I spent a lot of time in the daycare at the gym.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like as a kid, I have a lot of my early memories of running around, even in the gyms that they built, in the construction or even when they were built, playing on all the machines and stuff. So
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Shit, that's
I've been watching it happen since I was a kid, so I feel like I have like a really deep understanding, watching and listening my parents deal with their clients, and obviously hearing them talk with each other about clients and what's going on, and then just seeing how everything affects them, and being in the gym too, and sometimes I'd even train with their clients.
Wow.
They would use me as like, I'd throw the medicine ball back and forth with them, like,
I love that.
forever, for that'd be their cardio, and I'm having fun, right?
Yeah.
As I got older, I was like, you know what? Especially when you start skipping school out.
Yeah.
My excuse was always,
I'm in the gym. I'm going to the gym.
I'm going to be a trainer and a bodybuilder. I don't need to go to school.
Oh, true.
Mind you, wasn't a good way to think of it, but it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out.
And it's sort of like a lifestyle. You realize, like, probably it was like, it's a healthy lifestyle. It's like proactive, you know? Cause
so
like,
it was second nature.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you, right? And so growing up sounds like you had a lot of discipline.
When I was with my dad,
I
yes.
don't mean like you were
I had-
getting whooped or anything. I mean like discipline is in like structure.
Yeah. Like you had something. Yeah.
When I was with my dad, yeah. When I was with my mom, which was where I spent most of my time, it was free.
you're
So it was
free.
different.
I
You
was
had a balance.
kind of, yeah. I guess, yes. So yeah, got best of both worlds.
That's
If
good.
I got to enjoy the extreme of both sides. And then as I got older, I got to make sense of it all.
So what made you decide that you wanted to gravitate towards your dad's type of lifestyle of fitness versus your mom's lifestyle of fitness?
Well, my mom, you mean, my mom wasn't in, my actual mom wasn't in fitness. My stepmom was.
I know. So, but
My
that's what I'm
mom's
talking
style
about.
of
I'm
fitness
saying
is zero.
You saw both sides when
Yeah.
you were growing up, right? The fitness side, which is your dad's side, and then your mom, your real mom's side, which is like not fitness, right? So what made you, since you're a fitness guy now, like when did you decide to be like, I really want to be into fitness versus I don't want to do this?
I'll
Or
tell you
maybe
exactly.
something
I'll
else.
tell you
That's
exactly
actually
what
a good
happened.
question.
No,
Yeah.
that is a very good question. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was a mirror and shower door installer. So I would install mirrors and shower doors I worked for this place called Perfect Glass and Mirror.
Okay.
Shouts out to those guys. You know, they held me down.
Shout out to
They
them.
dealt with me nice. I was kind of unruly, but they still
Yeah.
they took care of me. But it was just hard work. My knees started getting sore. I noticed my one shoulder was drooping.
It's like labor work.
Yeah. So like I did it for a while. The pay was good. And then one day I was sitting there eating my lunch, and the guy said, "Yo, you're taking too long. Hurry up." And I was like,
You're like,
We're
what?
having it. He's
What'd you
not
say to me?
I don't even want to be here, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, this is just a job, cuz. Like, cut it out.
All of a sudden I was like, "Oh, my back."
And I guess that was like a moment where you're like, I can't really do this no more.
I messaged my dad and I said, "Dad, I want to be a trainer and a bodybuilder."
So I can beat this nigga ass type shit.
That was what I said to him. I want to be a trainer and a bodybuilder. I'm done with this. He said, his message back to me was, "I've been waiting for you."
Oh,
that's crazy.
I've been waiting, my son.
So
Welcome
3
to
months
the-
later, my whole life he always told me about my potential, and
Everything.
he already knew that school was like,
Yeah.
I was just I was having fun. Like I was distracting the other kids, and I could do the tests and stuff no problem without studying. I was a smart kid, but I was just like,
But it wasn't for you.
I just wasn't into it.
Yeah. And how's that been ever since? I know you like compete and even like.
Well, 3 months after that message, I stepped on stage. I won my first show. I went to the
Hey,
second
yo,
show.
big
won
ups to you,
won
bro.
that show.
Big ups. That's
And
big.
then from there, I won shows, and then I went and worked in the gym. And then that's where I met Kareem and
Yeah. And the first gym was Good Life, right?
Good Life
Yeah.
Cedar Brae Mall.
Good
Cedar
one's
Brae
for you.
Mall,
Good
261.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that gym was the
Good Life.
A lot of
Good
memories
Life.
in that
Oh,
gym,
I
man.
love
That
that
gym
gym.
was the best. That was the
Yeah.
hood gym.
Yeah, it was. It's literally in the hood. Fucking, was it McCown and Lawrence or Markham and Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Everybody
Yeah,
was
I'm a downtown nigga, but I knew about it because it was just like,
Yeah.
I pull up there, I see him training. He'll even put me into some training workouts. And I'm like, yo, this guy's intense. I can't keep up with him. Like, Mr.5more, 5 more bills. I was like,
there. Tweeted
damn.
he said he's
Oh, that's
talking.
how you got the name.
Yes.
From that.
So you hear him tell you, yo, you got 15 reps in like a set or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You
for
do
more.
15 reps, 5 more.
That's crazy.
I'm
Okay.
alive.
Oh, that was too easy. 5 more.
No, actually, a lot of people get frustrated, but I don't count the reps. I'm going off your body language. So like when I see you start to get tired and I see the weight start to slow down
shaking and stuff.
and your form start to break, that's when I start counting. 5 more.
That's when
5
you start counting.
Yes, okay, 5,
Really?
4,
Yeah.
3. But if I see it's not slowing down more, I know you got more in you. Guess
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
5 more.
5 more.
You learned that from
That's smart,
Pops.
actually.
Pretty much.
The pops
Yeah.
have that kind of method of
Yeah.
training you, like 5 more.
More. If you can do more, don't leave it on the table.
Wow.
Because you're robbing yourself. And that's the problem that a lot of people do.
You're cutting
They'll go
yourself
in and be
short.
like, okay, I'm going to do 15 with this weight.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, if you did that before,
Yeah.
why are you doing it again? And maybe you can't do that today. Maybe today you're not as strong as you were yesterday. Maybe you slept weird. Maybe you didn't eat as good.
True.
But at the end of the day, your body doesn't absorb the food the same way every time. It doesn't absorb the weights the same way every time. You might not even be holding your posture the same. You might have slept weird and like now your left shoulder's tight. So, you know what I mean? It's just getting deep into the reps and just going to failure is the only time where you're actually going to know what's going on with your body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're actually getting the full setting.
Alright, honestly, I won't even lie. I was on that good life still. But
Oh, you gotta go. Shit, you got a
I got the
membership.
tab right here. Honestly, I won't even lie to you. Like, I grew up pretty athletic, but like I grew up playing professional soccer, that sort of stuff today.
Jeez,
Like,
soccer star.
Yeah, I did. I
Professional.
played for a
Professional.
long
Just a little
time.
bit.
Not
I was
club,
gonna
not
kind of fit, just a
no,
little bit.
professional.
But then as I grew up, like now even trying to get back into fitness, like I've literally been trying. It is like really, really hard when your body and you're used to your body being and knowing a certain way that it can perform and then trying to jump back into that like and certain stuff like that. Like I didn't believe like, you know how like adults will be like, oh like yeah, like, you know, I can't do the same stuff as I did as I was younger. Like I'm like still young and I'm like feeling that
You're starting
already.
to
Like
feel
I can't
that.
bounce back. So it's like
What do you find is the hardest part for you?
honestly, it's
Like just getting there?
getting there is good, but for me what's hard is like staying to it. Like I'll have like some good days in the gym and then for me it's like, oh like it's a lot. Like even like down like I don't know, like it's like even finding a workout that works for me. Like I was so used to having like my coaches be like, here, do this, do that, like that sort of stuff like that, and then it's like trying to bounce back into it and finding something that works for me is like hard because I can't do the same things I feel like as I was doing before.
What I would suggest
Mm-hmm.
is just go in, just play around at first. Like don't go in thinking you have to do what you used to do
Yeah.
because muscle memory is real.
Yeah.
It will kick in.
Yeah.
But if you jump right back into what you did, you're going to be so beat up and your central nervous system is going to be so shocked that
And
that's
that's
why
what
you
happened.
can't go back after. Happens.
Yeah.
It's actually very common. It's very common.
Yeah.
Even for people that are like in the gym, like
Yeah.
they take a little bit of time off and then when they come back, they try to get right back to isolating.
And it's not the same.
No, I always say just start with a little full body, just play with the machines. I love the machines. What type of workouts do you do?
So like I'll start off like I'll do like a 20-minute like kind of like walk or like run with an incline on like kind of like the almost that escalator. I'm tripping
Well, I
on
mean, it's
the
kinda the same.
What's the one that you're like climbing stairs
the
and shit?
staircase.
Stairmaster.
Yeah, that's what
Stairmaster.
it's
Oh,
called.
that one
The
is
treadmill.
deadly, yo.
That
Have
one
you
is
done-
deadly.
You never done
that one will
Stairmaster?
kill your like right here.
I've done stairs.
Stairs is hard
Everybody
though
does
too.
stairs now.
Stairs is hard though too.
Stairmaster is harder though. It's like
It's a
literally you
lot.
feel it in your booty.
It,
Yeah, it's a booty workout. You should try.
You know,
it.
when I used to work downtown, we were on like the 7th floor, so I would always do stairs.
Take the stairs.
Never the elevator.
Good for you.
that's
That's
actually
good though.
makes a huge difference.
You're just sitting
It
down
does.
all day long, right?
So you
Makes
might
a
as well.
huge difference.
Yes,
It's like
God.
honestly, growing up, like my dream was to be a soccer player
Yeah.
until I started smoking weed. And
That's
then
what
I got
gets
hot.
you.
And
I
then
think
then I
that
got
was it for me too.
And
Like-
then
You too?
Honestly, to be honest, like I took soccer so seriously. Like at one point, like honestly, I was like talking to different schools, like wanting to go play over in the States and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But like I literally like at that point, like you know, high school partying, getting to know people. I started showing up to practice late. Like
yeah,
you know, I started getting
slacking.
benched and shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, why are you benching me and shit? Like all like freaking pissed off, sitting there like. And
Yup.
then, you know, like, you have those things and stuff like that, and that's where it comes down to, like, it's, like, discipline and, like, balance and, like, that sort of stuff like that. If you don't have that as a person, like, you won't be successful. Like, think the night before, think of what you want to do, have a routine, make it happen, check it off your list, get it done, and
Yeah.
like, you know, you'll feel good.
Human
Like,
beings thrive off
Exactly, we do, and we feel
An
good. Like,
organization.
even just checking off, like, yo, I
Structure.
folded the fucking laundry. Like, yo, I feel great. Like,
It was funny.
Yeah.
it's a lot to do.
You heard that saying about making your bed, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
That first thing that you accomplish, and it just makes everything else. It just starts your momentum good for the day.
Do you feel that way?
When I spread my bed.
I love that.
I guess when you spread your bed.
Spread
Yeah,
it
no, she
down.
definitely.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
start
make,
spreading
I
my
was gonna
bed.
say, make your bed. She's like, spread my bed. Hold on, what are you
No, I
talking
spread
about?
my bed, but yeah, you definitely need to have a routine,
Oh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That helps you going, because like I have some friends that, you know, when you're in high school and you have to take gym, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're so
fit-
used to
physical,
like
yeah.
people are on the slimmer side. They're more fit
Yes.
in high school, right?
Mhm.
Because of the
Metabolism.
routine of everything,
Thing.
right? And then you get in your 20s and your 30s and you don't
You
have
have more
that same
freedom.
routine. You kind of just sitting down and
Stop walking.
they
so
say
much.
it's age weight, but it's not
Lack of-
having a routine weight,
Yeah,
right?
lack of movement.
And so like sometimes I try to convince some people I know to be like, get back in the routine, because that's the only thing that's stopping them from reaching their goals.
Happens all the
Yeah.
time. And if anyone's watching, obviously, don't go too hard the first couple of times. The first week is rough.
It's
The
rough.
first day's the worst. You might even throw up.
That's a
Second
good
day's
advice,
kinda
though.
tough. Third day is rough too. But once you get into that second week, that's when it starts to feel good again.
It's starting to feel
More
good, yeah.
natural.
No, that's an amazing advice from a fitness trainer, like, because you know, like a generic fitness trainer will be like, you gotta go hard out. No, like you gotta transition your way. You gotta
Take your
gradually build up that momentum. You can't just go and exert all your energy just off rip, because you're gonna crash, right?
Done. You might even hurt yourself.
And be prepared to feel sore the next day. Like you need to anticipate it. It's your
Even
body's
the
in
first
shock.
couple times.
When you're going from being
Mhm.
like a couch potato to working out, your body's
Yeah.
gonna feel it the next day, right?
Exactly, for
Not,
sure.
Yeah, not even just
not
in the
used to
muscles,
it.
not even just in the body, the central nervous system. It's a big deal. Everybody, I think, should do some version of that, and it doesn't always have to be the gym either. Like you guys could just grab some weights or some bands, push up. You don't even need those. You can do push-ups, dips, pull-ups anywhere. You can grab a towel and go back and forth. If you do that kind of stuff and then go to the gym, it won't be so bad.
Exactly.
I have actually very a very interesting question. You see how like you've been bodybuilding and you fitness training and so on.
Yeah.
Would you ever date a female that's more like, oh, that's a D's like you?
No.
He said no.
No disrespect. I love you guys. You guys know I do. Not like that
You
though.
guys know.
I
Listen.
do.
I don't want to alienate anybody right now.
Yeah, I don't mean to, but you guys, you know who you are. There's not a lot of them. They're beasts, man. They're huge.
Yeah, like the bodybuilder ones.
Like, mind you, like I said, it's not for me,
No?
and it's not because of the way it looks.
What is it then?
It's it might sound a little sexist. But
Okay, so say
the way that women that get into bodybuilding do it,
Yeah.
usually, mind you, I've had a lot of experience, and they're gonna be so mad at me.
Don't
You know
don't
it's
cancel
true.
yourself out though. Just
No, it's
say-
not canceled. It's not enough of
Just,
them anyway.
just keep it a buck.
Eh,
But no, they do it in like a lot of times. Not every time, obviously. But I've noticed some of them are like they're doing it to make up for something from when they were a kid. So it starts off as like something like they're using to get through, and then it becomes an obsession. It's not natural for a woman. If you see a woman who's jacked D's,
Yeah.
very
not
rare is it natural. Very rare.
It
They don't have
Steroids.
testosterone unless they're putting that in.
That is a good
Yeah.
point.
You know what I mean? So like, A, they're already just obsessive for them to get to that point.
Wow.
B, now they're starting to take whatever they're taking. Not all of them, but the ones that are D's. And like I said, once in a while there's someone with some crazy genetics that just has it like that. But when you mix that obsession with that testosterone now, it's not even like dealing with a guy. It's like dealing with just like super like, they snap, bro.
Is that like roid rage or something?
It's not roid rage. It's just like they're edgy. They're not snapping. It's not like they're saying
I feel
something
like
that
I know
doesn't
what
make
you're talking
sense.
about, yeah.
They're not saying everything that they'll tell you facts.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're just too smart. Like it's like holy.
You-
They're just it's too much. It's not like it's.
You don't like women like that.
So what's your ideal type? What's your ideal type of woman then that you look for that's not like body built type shape?
But what would you prefer? Like, you
Yeah.
prefer a girl who's like, you know, more like feminine, like no, like
yeah,
soft life.
tomboy, or like, or
Okay,
is it
like
more?
Like I find really fit girls to be attractive too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when the size gets too much, where, like I said, there's other factors and there's a certain mentality that goes into it.
Along with it, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
a lot of respect to them because it's way harder for them to do it than for like us to do
Yeah.
it. So like I don't mean to diss them
Imagine
at
that
all.
was a
They're
female.
working way harder, so they got to be kind of obsessed in order to get there, right?
True,
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But I like a fit woman, but I also like a woman that doesn't go to the gym as long as you're not lazy.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to
As
the
long as
gym.
you hit the treadmill, you go for a little jog or something like.
You don't even have to do that. Listen, the best bodies I ever seen are dancers.
True.
That
True.
core, just that
Dancers.
little waist. The best bodies I ever see are dancers, right? So it's like,
that's true.
it doesn't.
She's a dancer.
No, I'm
Yes,
not a
I'm
dancer. I'm not.
Don't you be dancing
I'm
at
not
the
a dancer.
at the Caribbean festivals?
No, I'm not a dancer.
That's different. That's
I'm not.
celebration. That's.
Well, she's a
celebration.
costume designer.
everybody-
for sure.
Ooh, okay.
She designs
I
costumes.
love that.
For the
Go
Caribbean
on.
festivals, right?
Yeah,
So cute.
but
What
I'm
band?
not a very.
The way you said it was
all
like
over.
dancer.
You know what I'm trying to say, like.
Yeah, you gotta be specific when you say dancer.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay,
everybody-
sure, dancer, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
people
no,
are-
not that dancer.
No.
I know she
Never
does the
thought that.
Caribbean
Disclaimer.
festivals. I'm not trying
Not
to blow your
stripping.
cover, like, you know, I'm just trying to big you up, like. Dance is a good thing, right? It's a good thing, right?
It's a
Like
form
you
of
said.
celebration.
You said, yeah.
No, like
Fun,
I really, it's like
pleasurable.
along the same lines as you. I gotta be able to speak to you.
Yeah.
I gotta be able to. You gotta listen as well. I find a lot of people, not just girls, guys too, especially guys actually. They'll
Yeah.
ask you the question. But if you talk long, it's like TikTok or Instagram. If you talk longer than 15 seconds and you explain too much detail,
Yeah.
you'll see their brain like
So do you find that
glitch. It's like the weirdest thing.
do you find that you dominate conversations to where people are doing that?
I think it's something I've been working on.
Yeah. So you find that you talk too much, and then people kind of
That's
just
like me though too.
glitch out. That's what you said, right? They
Glitch!
They glitch.
I don't think I talk too much.
Yo, I'm
No, but for the
crying.
people you're talking to, their attention span
Yeah.
for whatever topic it is, it's not
Yeah.
there.
I feel like they're not really as into what they're pretending they're into.
You know what?
Everywhere I go, ooh, I'm into the bench and I go to the gym and I'm gonna
That's
start
right.
and and I love it, but if you're not really into it, like why are you wasting
But
your
do
time?
you think that you kind of get excited about the topic because you're so into it that you kind of like take it and run with it,
For
and
sure.
the people were just kind of using it
probably
as an
just did it.
icebreaker? Do you think that you do that?
1,000,000%.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. You got me there.
Oh.
You got me there. It's something
That's
I'm aware
actually
of.
a good point.
And I'm probably doing it today.
You know what
Wow.
though?
Yeah,
I feel like
1,000,000%.
if someone's genuinely interested in you, like they're
Then
gonna
don't
give you
ask
that
me.
time. I get that too.
Don't ask
but,
me.
But I feel
I
like
do this.
if someone
I
likes
do this.
you enough, they're gonna take that time to like. There's some times where like I'll be talking to guys and shit, and like I'm just like bro, like whatever. But then like they kind of say some shit, and I'm like, oh shit, like I wasn't, or I'm like I don't give them a chance and certain stuff like that to, or like you know we all have like, I mean I don't tend to judge like out loud, but in my head like I do. It's something like I'm trying to work on. But I feel like if you actually take the time and like someone's generally interested
Yeah.
in you, you'll take that time to actually listen to their conversation. You know what I mean? Like for me, like sometimes I will have like some of my like friends that will be like, yo, why are you talking to that person? Why are you giving them time? Or like I'll be out or something like that. And I'm like, bro, like you don't know, like everybody deserves a conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, I agree on all point of views because it's like, for the ladies though, what do you prefer? A guy that's jacked or a guy that's like a guy like jacked like him or a guy that's like slender or some shit like slim?
Those are my options.
Damn,
Which
there's
one?
more options.
Options?
Like a
Yeah.
heavier set.
Yes, you do. Oh, you like a big
Skinnier
belly,
jack.
a big
Nothing
belly
in
rude
between.
boy. Ba.
No.
What is your
No.
preference?
So historically,
Okay.
up until present day, what I am normally around is people who have like an athletic build.
Okay.
An athletic type of lifestyle,
That's
right? Because it trickles into their mentality,
good. Mm-hmm.
and I don't have tolerance to be around somebody
That's
who
lazy
has.
and shit.
I just need you to have the same type of mentality as me.
But that's good.
Because I choose the path of least resistance. And I really believe that you got to be evenly yoked. So I don't have time to bring you...
But that's
I don't want to
hard.
force you.
That's
I don't want
so
to
hard
force
to
you.
just,
Because, like I said, I know a lot of people who are not into fitness or anything like that.
Mhm.
Or even to keep themselves physically fit. And I couldn't date somebody like that.
No.
And it's not just aesthetically. It's
But what
just
if their
the mentality.
personality is like sweet and
Yeah,
it's
we can be
matching?
friends.
Wow.
Do you go to the
You
gym?
can be
But I do
friends.
understand
you
what
work
you're
I
saying.
go to the gym, but not like a gym head,
Mhm.
right? So, but
What
I like
would
so
a
it's
gym head
summertime. A gym head is like like you.
Like every day.
I'm not a gym head.
I'm dead.
You know, somebody who goes like more than 3 times a week, right? For hours.
I go
And
more than 3
they
times.
get the
but-
weights and
I'm
then they're like,
not
they're
really
in
a
front of the
gym
mirror.
head,
They're
though.
checking themselves out in the mirror while they're
True.
Nah, I
the
get it,
weights
I
and
get it.
stuff
I get
like
it.
that,
Go,
right?
yeah.
And like, you know the guys, they wear like the tights with the shorts
Oh,
over it.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
dry
the-
fit.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those are gym heads.
That's hilarious.
Those are
I
gym
feel, I
heads.
feel like
You feel
It's an
attacked?
attire.
You feel attacked?
a little bit.
It's like the gym
Labels.
head. It's a gym head starter pack. Like you gotta,
Wow,
I don't really
gym
wear
head
those.
The
starter pack.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Hey,
no,
you're not lying.
The pre-workout.
No.
I prefer
The
to.
preteen.
I do
Yeah, the
different things. Like,
creatine. Try the ring
I
pop.
just do all different things. Like, I like to
Jeez, the
rollerblade.
kid, the preteen
Okay,
kicked
okay.
in, broski.
So I'm rusty though. I'm rusty because
Dry
I
shots.
stopped for a while.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
couple years I didn't rollerblade.
That's a
And
lot.
then-
Oh, you roll.
So like where I used to rollerblade was uphill a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I used to go for 2 hours a day, and it would be a breeze. And then I stopped, and
Okay, well, what
then
do you
like
do
I stopped
now?
for a couple. Hold on, I stopped for a couple years, and I tried to go back the other day, and it was a shame. It was very embarrassing. There was a lady. She was walking her dog up the hill that I used to do with ease.
You went
And
right
I
straight
couldn't-
back to the hill?
Yeah, I tried. Like I jumped back in.
Great
Like I'm
stuff.
like, yeah, I used to do this. I can do this, right? No, I was dead wrong. I tried to get up the hill, and she was at the bottom of the hill, and I just saw her passing me, and I couldn't get up. I was like holding on to like right here. It was burning. I wanted to take those rollerblades off. I didn't have any shoes with me.
You're like, shit.
I was suffering. So I had to condition myself back
It's not easy.
to do the hills, or maybe just stay on the flats.
Yeah, even
for
the
now.
flat stuff. How do you feel in your glutes, your lower back? Rollerblade's no joke.
It's
Yeah.
actually a sport.
It's
People
no
be doing
joke.
tricks and shit, man.
No
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a
yeah,
serious
no,
sport.
I
what
used to be
call
so
it?
sick at.
But what kind of ladies do you like? You asking me?
Yeah,
My
ask another
business.
questions, putting us on the hot spot.
Shit. You guys know what I like.
Those
No,
don't know
no,
what
we
you
don't
like.
know. We don't know.
Those got a wide range.
I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nah, but
I
like,
ain't
I have
got
I have a preference, obviously. You know, like she gotta be somewhat fit. You know, like she gotta be, you know, like body tight. Like, you know, and I don't want to see like just like, you know, like not taking care of yourself. Like I want you to be like, okay, at least I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. You know, she take care of herself. She has a good diet. You know, she's not just out here eating.
A rich diet.
Exactly.
That rich diet.
Not just
Yeah.
out here, you know, eating
Crab
outside
legs.
food all day.
Crab legs and
Yeah.
Big Macs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know that, yo, you're capable of cooking a home-cooked
Cooked
meal.
That's a life skill.
You
That's
know what I'm
important.
saying? That's
It
a
is.
big life skill.
It is.
Especially, like,
Yeah.
in this day and age, is like, people are so reliant to, like, Uber Eats and eating out.
We're
It's like,
making money.
that's just a turn-off. Like, yeah, 1, 2 nice Uber Eats, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're telling me you're eating Uber Eats 7 days or 6 to 7 days a week, I'm looking at you like, okay, you clearly don't care about what you put in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, or your finances.
Or your finances.
Yeah, that's because that's just reckless.
'Cause that just,
spending.
like-
Yeah, reckless spending right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit adds up.
Mind you can still order really good, healthy food off of
You
Uber
could.
Eats.
You
So
could.
You can also learn to cook really good, healthy food. It takes a couple minutes.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Meal prep.
But some
Every
people
Sunday.
just don't got that skill. Some people just don't.
That's
But it's
that's
so not-
discipline. That's
but
the routine
exactly.
and time
I also
management.
feel like that's honestly, I'm
You
so
have to take a whole
sorry.
day to
That's
meal prep.
bullshit.
Listen,
like,
if
I'm
some
not saying there's
learn.
something wrong with it, but I'm saying some people are like,
If people
no,
can't
I'm not
even
gonna
go
spend my day
outside
doing
and
that.
take a walk,
But you can
they can't even get themselves to take a walk.
make a damn grilled cheese or a damn egg or
You're
something.
gonna be there cooking up, chefing up with all the spices and trying to make it taste nice. A lot
Honestly,
of times
this-
people don't.
No, a lot
There's
of
so
them
many
like to
YouTube
cook.
videos
You
now
know
to
what?
learn how to cook.
Google, type in the easiest meals
Yeah,
to
but
make.
there's YouTube videos on how to make bombs and how to build planes. Like, everybody's not out here just building planes because there's a YouTube video.
I know. Okay, what about this? Is it, as a personal trainer, is it okay to body shame someone that doesn't like to work out? Or should we just, like, give them a pass because, you know?
I feel like if you're paying that much attention to someone else's body to the point where you're going to negatively talk about them, then you're not doing enough for yourself. You're not busy enough.
That's true.
So it's never mind body shaming or not. At the end of the day, everybody's on their own journey, and you don't know what got them there.
True.
They might have had something so traumatic happen to them that now what they do is they eat all the time because it makes them feel good.
I know you've been in a situation where you're like walking down the street and you look at someone, you're like, how did you get that big?
In my
Like you question, it's like a question. I know you have those moments.
My initial thought when I see somebody like that is, poor you. I wish you would just ask me. Honestly.
But wouldn't you want to just help?
But some people want to be big.
The problem is this: if I've tried it, I'm the type that I'm an empath. So like, and it's something I've actually been working on.
Good.
Like, I'm trying to be not less empathetic, but just not care so much about people that don't necessarily care enough about themselves.
True.
So my issue is when they're like that, it's so hard mentally to get them to check in that it's like until they're ready, there's nothing I can do. So it's really just sad for me because I know I can help them.
Yeah, I think they need to address the underlying reasons of what brought them to that point of life.
I agree.
It could be multiple reasons and stuff like that. And when you're trying to offer somebody help, you shouldn't feel like offended or anything like that if they don't accept it because they're not in a position to accept it because we go back to timing, right? Maybe it's not the right time for them. They have to address certain issues, the root cause, prior to being able to work on other things, right?
I agree.
They have to address their foundation. Maybe they need to go talk to their spiritual advisor. Maybe they need to go and sit down in counseling and stuff like that, right?
The best part of my job is I get to really get to know people on a deep level, get to know really what's going on with them, and really what they're honest with you. Once you start working out,
like therapy,
you open up.
That bond,
You're doing something, and then I'm helping you get through something that's hard. You start to open up. In between the sets, we talk, right?
Yeah. They start telling you about work.
You might
talk
to them,
it could be like
right? But getting them to even show up is a major percentage of the battle for them. Because they might not want to get up and get out the house and come to see you, right? And then also, apart from, them being comfortable enough to talk to you, do you have the skill sets to deal with whatever it is they download to you? Whatever it is that they're going through, they might say some crazy stuff. Are you right, but do you have the skill sets to be able to address any kind of scenario that they bring to you? Maybe not.
Everything?
Right?
Not everything.
No, I don't think anybody is. But
I think you can get down to that level and relate.
You have to be a people person, good with people.
Yeah, I think that I am.
I think you're good,
for the most part. But like I said, you think that these therapists just know everything?
No.
No, I don't think. I heard that they don't even give you advice. All they do is just listening ear, right?
Just like anything else, each one is different. There's amazing ones, and then I find in any industry,
I feel like that's
there's a small percentage of amazing ones. Just people who actually enjoy their job.
Right.
Is the difference. I love my job, and that's why I feel like I can deal with anybody if they really want it. My biggest problem is don't tell me you want it if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it happens all the time, and it's part of the game, so it's like, no problem. But
I got a real good question. This was a tough one, but I'm going to ask.
Let's go.
Do you think, or do you know, if porn is,
Did you say porn?
Yeah, porn. Porn.
Let me make sure.
Kills your brain cell, or does it make you less masculinity in the fitness world? Like, in your aspect.
I don't believe that it kills your brain cells. I've never heard that. I don't think so. It does affect the way you think.
Or your testosterone, whatever.
Well, are you just watching or are you letting go?
Let it. Obviously, you're not gonna watch
When-
porn and not let it go, bro.
when
Come
you're
on, bro.
Hey.
Who the fuck is watching porn and not letting it go? I'm
Maybe
sorry.
someone who
There's
wants
some-
to
I bet
learn
you there's some
experience.
You think, oh, okay, today my favorite porn is on. I'm just gonna put it on and just watch it like it's a fucking sitcom or some shit. Fuck no,
Okay,
bro.
well, then the answer
On in the
is
background.
Oh, that is
Like
crazy.
Netflix.
What happens if someone's using it to like learn how to do something?
yeah, but the answer
research.
is
Yeah,
yes.
it could be for
Research.
research. It could be they're trying to learn
Research.
something to do with their partner, or they're not like fucking experienced enough. with
That
shit.
is insane, bro.
But
You're not
I
gonna
don't-
watch
I'm
porn.
not trying to.
Most
I'm
people
not
are letting it
on
go.
that.
It's
But there
nine-
are-
These times.
90% of the
There's some
time.
people that can't let it go. You know that, right?
That's true.
There's some people that there's like a sensitivity. There's something wrong. They can go forever and it just doesn't go. So like some people really just watch.
So, do you think?
Does it impact testosterone, you were saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Huge. Every time you ejaculate, there's a huge amount of testosterone leaving your body, and not to mention,
And that
do
affects
you know how many nutrients it takes to make a person?
Bro.
I don't. What do you think about it? What do you think about it in terms of like porn? Does that make you feel like less, I don't know, feminine?
Less
or,
feminine?
Yeah, like less of a woman, or does it make you feel happy? Like, what do you think? Like, does it motivate you afterwards, or like?
It
it's
does.
just-
It does nothing for me.
Okay.
I don't want to watch
Yeah.
other people have sex.
Cool.
You know, I want
To imagine yourself, just.
no. I want the real thing with somebody that I'm with. I don't need to watch
Fair.
some strangers
Yeah.
banging out each other in some weird scenario and stuff like that.
Some
It does nothing. It does nothing
Some
for
nurse
me.
or a doctor.
It does nothing for me.
There's nothing
She
for you.
died, he died, we all dead. I'm kidding.
That nurse is gonna get fired.
Nah, the porn industry is mad creative though. I ain't gonna hold you.
For sure.
It's a $1 billion
How do you feel about
industry.
porn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a $1 billion industry, and it's very interesting
How is your
because
porn usage?
What is your screen time like?
we're not gonna disclose that
Go
because
into
that's
the Safari,
confidential.
Check it.
All right,
Check it.
we're not
Roll it out.
disclosing
What
that.
type of porn are you watching?
We're not disclosing that. That's very confidential. But you wouldn't watch porn either?
I won't anymore, no.
Damn.
I won't.
Okay, that's what's up.
I
Good for
won't.
you, man.
I mean, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I've had my times, like, obviously, since, like, having, like, this new path, like, of my dean and shit like that. Like, I've slipped up a couple times. I haven't slipped up in drinking
Okay,
and that
good.
sort of stuff like that. Like,
Good.
whatever,
Slipped up on
whatnot.
some porn. You know? Slipped up on some porn.
just
I
slipped on the X
we're not
videos.
perfect, but it wasn't on my own. It was like a whole little situation and shit like that. But like even sort of stuff like that. But like I'm really trying. It's just been a process. Nobody's perfect,
Yeah,
but
no, I agree. I agree.
drinking's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Things
I
for
bet.
me.
I bet.
I was
No, I think
I was outside.
I think there's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah.
Never mind that
Nobody
perfect.
is.
There's no such thing as perfect because
Yeah.
all these things are actually it's amazing that there's countries where you're not allowed. You know what I
Allowed to
mean? So
watch
the fact
porn.
that we have the rights and capabilities and the privilege of having access to these things, even Uber Eats and all these things that make life easier
Convenient, yeah.
and convenient, which kind of detrimental. It's only detrimental if you're not checking yourself.
Yeah. If you're not realizing like, yo, what am I doing? I'm going left instead of doing the right. You know what I mean?
Don't let these drugs and these things do you. Do them when it's appropriate for you, and don't use it to avoid what you know you need to do, which I
Yeah.
found myself doing a lot.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Me too.
Yeah. Because
Up
we're
until
trying to
a few years ago.
avoid our problems that we face on a day to day, and
But
we're like,
yeah.
yo, let me just get high and forget about my problems.
Yeah.
Or let me just watch porn and not confront the girl that I like or my girlfriend and fix that situation. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
like
It's
homie said, instead of spending $300 and
yeah,
going
to
out
go
drinking
on
to find a
date,
girl, it's
Yeah.
easier to just watch porn and
and
jerk
get it
off.
off.
Yeah.
But that's not the only options. You could go for a walk and you might find a girl.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best, meeting girls out in the bar or
I will
in
never
a
ever
club.
have somebody meeting somebody outside.
Hell no.
No?
No.
I find the best place to meet people is where you're learning or doing something productive together.
Yeah, or where
Sure.
you're comfortable or yourself.
Like people in general, never mind even the opposite sex. I feel like when you're just on some sort of mission, no matter how big or small it is, together, you connect. Anytime I've done a course, anytime I've gone to an event, anytime we've done
Like-minded
some kind of exactly.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
that's the best part. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, no, this is all about balance, but pretty much at the end
It
of the
comes
day.
down to it.
Yeah, it really, that's what it boils
Self-awareness.
down to. Self-awareness and
And
balance.
then consciousness.
I have a question though. You know, we all from Toronto, and I don't know if you guys been watching the news recently.
No.
Okay.
I don't watch
I
the news.
stopped
There's
several
always
years
bad
ago.
stuff.
Okay. Well, we need a new mayor. All right. We need a new mayor. Bottom line.
Who's
Yeah.
that,
That's-
Gong?
I see that
I've
shit
seen it
everywhere.
Yeah, that guy has best marketing team.
Gong's not playing.
Gong
Chris,
Gong
he's
is on every block.
bro. Every block.
Chris Sky,
Chris Guy's funny.
if you today could be a mayor of Toronto, your own city, what would you implement or change, or just like what service would you just add on that would you think will create value for the people of Toronto?
That's a good question.
You're gonna have to circle back to me. Let me think about that.
Oh, I
Think
got
about it.
one.
She wants
I
to
got
think.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
I would decrease rent costs because it is absolutely outrageous for a small little damn fucking dumpster for $2,500.
Mayor has
Like,
no control over
The
that.
recession is ridiculous. Like I'm sorry, like for us to even own a house, like it makes it so much more harder. Back then, people could buy land, all these sort of stuff, own a whole damn block, all of this. Now it's like feels like it's way more harder. You disagree?
No, I agree and disagree because, like I said, there's like this double-edged sword to all of these things. Like, it costs more, but back then
Everybody
you
has
wouldn't
a
be able
roommate.
to make this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, you could.
not like this, not like how everybody's doing it now. Like, we can really monetize it now. It
Yes.
wasn't a thing before. Like, and that's just this. I just use that quick example.
Yeah.
Like, online programs that I'm selling, you couldn't do that
Dude,
back
no,
then.
you couldn't. Somebody had
Uh,
to start.
There's just so many ways of making money. You can open up an Amazon account, like, and
We're
start
talking
selling
about
stuff.
rent.
Yeah, the rent, the mayor has no control. The rent, it's going up simply because people are buying it.
And more immigrants
I'm just
and
saying, I
people.
was
The
wrong.
population is growing.
Population's growing. There's
GoFundMe,
not enough
Kayla.
houses.
Exactly.
I'm kidding.
There's not enough houses in homes in Canada. We're actually way under. That's what they're pushing.
Yeah,
for.
our
They're
supply
trying
is
to-
really low right now.
But I feel like people get excited where it's like, oh my god, like I'm getting more money on my paycheck. If you do the math, let's say if you're making minimum wage, $15 an hour, okay? Let's say that you're making about, let's say in a month, $2,000. Minimum rent is literally at least $2,500 for just a regular one bedroom.
It's
At
ridiculous.
least. It's a lot.
It's ridiculous.
It's a
I
lot.
agree with you. It's
So
ridiculous.
it's like they're not even making it able for us to. People are doing roommates. People are doing all these sort of stuff like that. It's like if I'm making $2,000, I got a phone bill, I got car insurance, I got rent to pay, like I got food, I have groceries. Like fuck that. I don't even have a car. I have a Presto. Like I have to do certain things like that. Even like some jobs like don't offer benefits, like
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I gotta pay benefits. That's about like at least for a decent
know
plan,
that-
75. They don't make it where it's easy enough for us to even function and grow. So it's like we're just stuck in this thing.
If you work.
If you work.
So you would change the cost of rent.
I would
you were
to make
mayor
it
of Toronto.
able. Yeah, I would make it able, like and stuff like
You have
that.
to run that up a pole.
I would also do like mental health as well, like certain things of like therapy and
Okay.
stuff like that. Like I would also give that a thing as well. Like mental health is a real thing. Some of us are
Mental
embarrassed to
health
talk
month.
about it.
Men's mental health month.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like for me, I used to be so ashamed and stuff like that. Like I've struggled through mental health and it's crazy my whole entire life. And even like still now, people might look at me and be like, oh yeah, like she's funny, oh yeah, she's bubbly. No, like I struggle with this shit on a daily. And I'm like the type to literally like sit in my room and like not talk to anybody. Like disconnect. Like I feel like it's very important also as well. Like mental health, like I would implement that as well. Just certain things. Like it's a lot. It's hard. Like
And we'll
Hard.
back to you. I really want to hear what you have to say. If you were mayor of Toronto, what implementations would
Damn
you would
bike
add on
lanes
to
out.
bring value?
I know, right? They think they
Those bike lanes out.
So, if I was mayor, well, I think a lot of the problems can't be fixed at the municipal level, right?
Okay.
I'd have to talk like if I was prime minister, right?
Higher
Like
up.
at the municipal level, yeah, I hate the bike lanes, right? I hate it because it's like single lane driving.
It's just
There's
not
too
enough
much
of them.
congestion in the city.
Facts.
You
Okay.
can't get up
And
and
they
down
don't
the
even drive in the
DVP, the
bike
401,
lanes
the
anyways.
fast
It's one
Yeah.
bike.
There's
But
too
they're
much
scooters.
people in the city. But that's not the city's fault that there's so
It's
much
n-
people
it's
here,
not.
right? It's because they're going where the jobs are, right?
Of course.
So that's why I said
They're going.
there's not a lot of things that you can fix at this level. All they can do is tax people who own something. That's all they can do, right?
Essentially,
And it sucks for the people who own
The more
something.
you
Yeah.
think,
But
the
for
more they
me,
take.
if I was prime minister,
Not if you
I
know
would
how to do your
freeze
taxes.
immigration.
Why-
Like,
Why-
ain't
why-
nobody
no,
getting
no.
up in here.
Why
Nobody else is coming in
why
for a
would
while.
you want to freeze
We
immigration?
gotta freeze it. There's too much
No,
people coming in.
that's
No,
I
it's not.
agree with her so
Hold
much
on,
on
That's
that. I'm
very
not even
inconsiderate.
trying
I think
to.
that's
No,
very
no, no.
I agree with you.
Hold on,
It
hold
needs
on.
to
And you're not
freeze.
worrying about the people who actually
Freeze
live
or
in
slow
this
down?
country.
Not
No, no, no.
freeze.
Are you talking about
It
freeze or slow down?
It needs to freeze
Okay.
for a period of time.
I don't agree on
We
that.
need to get. No, don't interrupt
No,
me.
go ahead.
okay?
No, keep
We
going.
need to get everything right for the
Okay.
people who are here right now
Okay.
and are in a bad situation. This thing is that when we do open up immigration, we need to send them to other parts of the country. They're not coming to Ontario.
They do.
They need to. Hold on.
Sorry.
They could send them there and they can relocate, but there needs to be some sort of contract
A
that you got to
plan
stay in Manitoba
certain
for
time.
10 years. You got to stay certain places, whatever. Yeah,
It's hell up there, man.
No,
it
you
doesn't
can't-
matter.
honestly,
no.
you
That's
can't-
the only. It's the only way to build up the other communities
I agree.
instead of
I
having
agree with her.
everybody-
I know,
come
but
into
that's
Toronto
very
and pile up.
inconsiderate, to be honest, because
No,
it's
it's-
like
listen.
human rights. Like first off, when you think of like the
It doesn't
okay,
have anything to
continue,
do with
continue,
human rights.
continue.
It has nothing to do with human rights.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
The thing is that everybody thinks this is the golden place to come to, while the people
is.
who are here
It really is though. It really
are
is.
suffering. They live like
I feel like we should take care of our own
Basically,
first.
right?
That's how it
No,
should be. Or at least a
I
balance.
agree
I
as
agree
well.
to
A
that.
balance. I don't
Okay.
think freeze, but I think there should be a balance because it's taking away from the people who actually were born here and actually like that type of stuff like that. The
Mhm.
people like.
I
No,
feel you.
I
I
feel
don't want
you.
to sound
think we
ignorant.
need
I don't
like
know
a
the best
5-year
wording. I'm not
freeze.
trying to sound ignorant,
I
but
I
a
feel
lot
you,
of
but I
us
really
are
want to hear what
actual
Bills has to say about it.
Canadians.
You're right.
I
We
don't
need
wanna
a
sound
5-year
ignorant. I'm not
freeze.
ignorant.
to get everybody here on track. Let people get their education. Let the companies open up more factories or whatever it is, more businesses.
There needs to be a plan.
There needs to be more employment for the people who are already here.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason for you to bring a bunch of people from another
And no
country.
plan.
And I see them at every intersection in the East. The East never had anybody at intersections before. They were downtown. Now they're at the East, on the highway exits everywhere with the cardboard signs.
Well,
Right?
I know.
Like they're everywhere.
I
They shouldn't
hear
have
that.
to come here and do
I
that.
hear that. That's a great
right?
concern.
There shouldn't be, no, hold on. There
Well,
shouldn't be
I haven't
Canadians
seen an influx of
downtown
that. I
living
live
in
in
tents. No, there shouldn't be Canadians downtown living in tents. There shouldn't be people priced out of their apartments because their landlord keeps raising the rent.
No,
And
but
they're not getting any more income. And they can't afford to live, so they have to be living in tents.
But I
That's
feel like there should be a
unacceptable.
plan.
And they're
I feel
forgotten.
like that's a small
No, it's not a small
group
percentage.
of
They're
people.
forgotten. They're forgotten and they're
But some
swept under the
people-
rug. They
but some
get
people
rid of them
don't
out
want
of your
the help to
sight.
live in
I
tents.
agree with
Some
you
people
that
don't
those
want the
people need
help.
help. And I feel like in this
So you
country,
think
with the
piling
amount
more
of money.
people up in here?
No, I
is the
agree.
solution?
Listen, I agree that they're
I just
they're
want to do
wiling
it
in terms of
for
the amount
connections
that they're
and-
allowing in right now, but I also know that there's a plan. Because bottom line is Canadians are lazy.
No, they're buying votes.
Not
That's
all
what
Canadians,
it is.
but
no. Okay.
That's what it is. They're buying votes for
That too.
generations.
First thing first. As of today, Canada just hit 40 million population.
Bop, bop. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
First thing first. Are you aware of that?
No.
We just hit 40 mil.
Okay, I don't think
Bless
that's
you.
something to
And
celebrate.
that is something we should celebrate because
Why?
Canada is growing. It's developing.
New York has more than our whole population.
Exactly.
It
The
doesn't
whole
matter, it
imagine
doesn't
a
matter.
state.
We're the second
So,
biggest landmass
think,
on the
No.
if
planet.
people
Hold
can
on,
fit
hold on. We
and
don't have
compact
that
in New
much
York.
livable space here. It is freezing in this country. Everybody's by the southern border. So
But people
don't
want
compare
to come
us to
here because we
America.
have
We're a
benefits. We
whole
have free
country.
healthcare.
It's
We
getting
have-
warmer.
We have free
It
healthcare. All
is
these
getting
wonderful
warmer.
things that we
Global warming,
offer.
It's
I feel like there should
It's
be-
getting warmer.
We're a
I
whole
know.
country.
Global warming.
Why
We're
don't
gonna
you
be
go
the new
live
Miami.
Why don't you go live in
Yeah, right.
Manitoulin Island or up there in Sudbury?
But you know where?
Unfortunately, I
Why don't you
can't.
go there?
You know where I
I
feel
can't
bad?
because I'm from here.
If you want to come,
Exactly,
if you want
born and
to,
raised.
no,
You know what I'm
if you
saying?
want to come and immigrate here, go live up there. Don't come to Toronto and look for a job.
But you know where I feel bad though is they
Go
have
up there. Those are the communities that are paying people to live up there. Go up there.
So you would tell people this on a podium as a mayor.
No, as the prime minister.
Ooh,
shit.
shit, the tea got hot.
We need a new prime
But you
minister.
know what though? They should make better.
No, I
programs.
agree with you. I just feel like freezing is not an option.
It
It's
needs to
not.
freeze for a period of time, just like how they do rent
I don't
freezes
think
for a
freeze.
period.
Yeah.
They need to
I don't
freeze
think it should freeze either, but it should slow down. I feel like we should take care more of our people. There's these people that come
Do you
from
know what
these
they deal with
countries
when they go out there?
and they
Doesn't
say,
matter.
"Oh my God, I want to live in Canada. It's a beautiful thing." Toxic culture shock is a big thing. I learned about that a lot in my first year of university. Culture shock is a big thing. You have these people who are coming here, even just to come abroad for studying, and it's a lot. Like, it's a lot for them, and they get put into here. They think it's a beautiful thing, and they're not like having like certain resources and getting taken care of and certain stuff like that. Like, we should be set up with certain things, certain materials, certain like jobs and stuff like that. So they're not coming into this country failed. They're failing already because they don't know. There's already a language barrier. There's already, they don't know where to go. They don't know where to shop. They don't know where to grab.
You know what?
They don't know where to go to the gym.
Guess what? Guess what? It's just like when you go to Quebec, right?
Yes.
You go to Quebec, you want to go
I
there
hate
with your
Quebec.
English-speaking
Me
self,
too.
and you want them.
They
you
diss
want them
me at
to
the
bend
gas
over
station
backwards
every
for you,
time,
right?
bro.
Hold
Not
on.
me personally.
English-speaking
Every time.
people go to Quebec
Every
and they
time.
want Quebecers to bend over backwards for them, and that's wrong because when you go to another country that speaks any other language, you have to acclimate to the country. You have to figure out the words.
No, but they don't call you a tabernacle because you can't say whatever they want you to say. Come on
It
now.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When they, it's our second
Montreal's
language. No,
Quebec is
stop.
mashup.
What
No,
you
Quebec
should
is
learn. You should make an effort,
different.
right? When I go to Quebec and stuff like that, I make an effort, and they acknowledge
C'est
it.
bonjour.
They acknowledge it,
C'est
right?
comme ci,
When
comme
they
ça.
come here,
Sacre bleu.
Love you.
Croissant?
when they come here,
Lovely.
With the chocolate, right?
You guys. when they
Chocolat.
come to Toronto and they're
Shut up.
speaking French, are you accommodating them?
Hell yeah.
No,
Not
you're
really.
not.
I'm like, yo,
You're
wild
not.
one.
You guys
Been
are
to Eglinton West?
Anyways, when people want to, when you want to live in this country, I can't deal with these guys. That's not what they're talking about
Tunnel
anymore.
vision, sis.
When you want to move
My
to another
bad.
country, you have to be accustomed to the norms of the country.
Of course.
Right?
But some
Yeah.
people don't think about that. You have to
I
think
think
their
it's
country and the
answer
way that
that.
they're accustomed is different. They're not
No, they
thinking.
need to
You
think
said
They
about
need
it.
to be like
And
that,
it's
but they're
not
not
our,
going to think
no, but
about
guess
it.
what? It's not our responsibility.
I'm not saying it's our
If you want to
responsibility.
qualify to come
Facts.
here,
Okay, I can
if
agree
I
with
want
you
to
on
go
that.
and become an American citizen, I have to take their test.
Yeah.
I have to
Mhm.
learn
I
their
agree.
stuff.
Yeah.
But you
They're
know what's
not
the population?
saying, oh, well, you know what? They're
You
not
know
To
what's
be
their
honest, they just
population?
don't give a
Doesn't matter.
400,
Let's just be
400
real.
million.
They don't give a
You can't
shit.
support. Our,
There are 400
How much
Americans.
did you say? 40 million?
We just hit 40. We're the state of California
How many of
in
them
one
can we
country.
support?
Huh?
How many of that 40 million are we supporting?
Actually, if
properly?
we weren't sending all of our oil and everything, all our
Fuck the
resources
oil,
out and then buying it back, we could support a whole lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I feel
that's,
like we do these
what you're
things though,
gonna
so
do
we
as
can
Prime
gain
Minister with the
something.
trade
We
agreement?
gain something from a
I'm
country.
a prime minister.
Like
I'm-
we'll
a lot
make
of
certain
crap is
deals with
stopping,
certain
'cause that's-
countries, so we get certain things from other countries. That's why it's all a give and take. It's what like it's not like they're bringing in here. We're not getting something back. Like it's a give and give. Like
Can I answer? So,
that was sus, so you did that.
well,
No,
it
go
worked.
ahead,
We
go
were
ahead.
tring to jump in for like 20 minutes.
not the 20
Not
minutes.
literally.
I was
Back to
Back-
mayor, or are we
back
still
to
on
mayor,
I don't
mayor?
wanna
she
hear
went
about
to
these
prime
damn
minister,
bike lanes.
like-
Okay, so mayor, the bike lanes are gone.
Okay.
I would educate these officers a lot better. These officers should be made to, like, they should meet with people that are in touch with the communities on both sides, and they should actually have like real training, not just from corporate. They should have training from people that are not police.
Okay, can I say something? Did you guys hear about the new thing that's happening in the cop industry?
What is it?
They're starting to, because they're low, if you didn't see on the news, recruit people who don't even have a high school degree in being
A
cops.
diploma, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
new
I've seen
thing
that.
that's been going on, which is even crazier to me, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I went to school for 4 years and did criminology, and still they're about to make people who've gone through a whole entire degree and hire people who have absolutely no experience and give them a position, a weapon, all it is.
Yeah.
Well, they
That's
train
crazy.
them. They train them.
That's
right?
crazy.
Like, before you only had to
But the
graduate
law,
high school.
they train, they'll put you through police, but you have to, the law is so big. Even my 4 years, there's so much more to the law than there just is like, cool, go train, go do a beep test, go do some of this stuff. But to actually go to school and learn the law, like learn what each things mean, like your, the I think it's like what the charter rights or whatever, all of those things, like that's a big topic. Like you need to know yourself. You can't just learn that in 6 to 8 weeks of training, which is
No, I agree.
pretty sure
I
what
agree,
that
I
is.
agree.
You know
like,
what?
There's honestly, like, you know, there's a lot of
It's crazy to me,
responsibilities
man.
if you're gonna become a mayor of
You're
Toronto,
responsible for that.
and there's a lot of factors that you have to consider, like in terms of like what value does it bring. to the people of the city, because there's so many problems that we're constantly facing. Either you're from here, or you're an immigrant, or you're just like visiting the city. You're gonna notice there's there's like this shit that's gonna affect you. Like you can be a visitor from Europe, come here, you get mugged, and you're like, I hate Toronto, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
vice
just about
versa, you
that
could be a person
experience.
that's from Toronto, and then you just get profiled by a cop, and you can be like, fuck the cops in the city. So there's a lot of things that play in like that.
Or you can get gatekeeped.
Or gatekeeped, right? So it's like, as a mayor, like, it's a lot of responsibility, and you have to really, really really dissect and see what really makes sense, and what could you
That
implement to
position.
bring value to the city, because honestly, Toronto is like the next New York. You know what I mean?